Good morning, YouTube. So today we are traveling, but we don't know where yet, so we're just gonna have to try and get on a plane or train or automobile and figure it out. But something really cool for all my business friends. This is the New York Stock Exchange office here. And so, even though New York Stock Exchange is not here, it's the Euro part of it. I really don't understand, but they have a replica of the Bull of Wall Street, which is really cool. I like it. So we're on the train. That is the Netherlands countryside. We're enjoying a few energy drinks and traveling along. And we're headed to Antwerp. Antwerp, right?
Yeah.
So this is just a small town in Belgium. Well, not small, big city. And we met a girl on the train and she said, check out the Diamond Museum. And so that's what we'll probably do. So, yeah. So apparently someone jumped in front of our train and we had to get off the train, and now we're having to reroute through buses, trams, and other things to get on a train that will still continue to take us. So we ended up in Hague, and yeah, it's really unfortunate he did that, but apparently it happens every week, so they're pretty prepared for it, which is kind of morbid. So we ended up in Rotterdam? Rotterdam?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, something like that. And we got off the train. We're just gonna go grab lunch and then we'll jump back on the train system and continue our journey. But we figured we'd look around. We got no hurry. So, yep. We're just being tourists. So from being in Rotterdam, either way, from being here for a few minutes, you can tell that the architecture in the city is highly valued. And every building has some really unique architecture, and you can just see it all around. Everything is aesthetically pleasing, and it's all very modern. Like these red things, they're just lights, but they're just really pretty lights that kind of move and have huge expensive hydraulics on them just to make them pretty. So there's a lot of really cool things, and I think we might go try out this Mexican place over here for lunch. So kind of nice. Not too far from the train stop either. So I shamefully admit the Mexican place was closed, and even though it's Mexican and it's not really the cuisine here, next to it was a Pizza Hut, and we're eating Pizza Hut. I feel bad. We should eat something local, but we want barbecue chicken pizza, so I'm really excited. So we made it to Antwerp station, and it is really, really pretty here. It's underground. We haven't even gotten outside, but the inside of the station is very, very massive. So let's go see if we can find a place to stay tonight and have some fun.
Central Station.
So this is the main train station we got out of, and as soon as we got out, there's a giant beast, and it's at a fair, and there's all this really like modern architecture mixed with like some old Baroque and some Gothic, and this is oh shucks, this is more modern, and it's classical, but it's not neoclassical. It looks classical, but it's fake. This is Brian, he's American, and it's actually really, really cool. So we're gonna try and figure out where we're gonna sleep tonight. But by the way, if you haven't figured it out, they love their bikes here, and so we're probably gonna end up renting a bike, because they're like apparently bike rentals everywhere. So yeah, let's see what trouble can we get into. So we were on our way to go to a hotel that the train station recommended, and we saw these buildings painted like a giant Lego building. I guess that's the best. I'll show you from the outside when I go outside. And so I see this bed symbol, and I'm like, I think those are hostels, because she said there's no hostels near us. Well, she was wrong. We found a hostel, and it's pretty rudimentary. It's what you expect in a hostel. But what's nice is because we're two people, they give us our whole room to ourselves, which is nice because last night the guys next to us snored, and that was a bit excessive. So we're taking a break, doing a little powwow, figuring out where we're gonna go. Apparently there's like a beer festival that may or may not be going on. The guy at the front desk, he couldn't remember when it ended, but if there is, we're going to that beer festival. If not, we're gonna drink some Belgian beer and have some chocolate and a waffle. Those are things that will be happening. So keep watching. Don't know if it's gonna happen today. If not, tomorrow. If not, it's wrong. It happened. It's going to. He's singing the national anthem. That's awesome. So we're exploring the city, and they just got a little patch of sunflowers. And they've got these really, once again, I'm just in love with the architecture, so if you're getting bored with this, I'm sorry. But it's really, really cool. And then I say that a lot, but there's a statue here, and there's another ornate building that mimics it to the other side, and I don't know what it is, so let's go find out, if we can, what they are. If you don't know, if you don't hear back from me in like 2 seconds, probably because I didn't find out. So this is the square with, that's a church, obviously, but what's really cool is that, sound of zooming, that's the first skyscraper built on the European continent, right here. Also, little facts, lots of Jewish people here. It's also known to have 80% of every uncut diamond in the world travels through this city. On top of that, 50% of every cut diamond comes through this city. So that means the jewelry industry, diamonds everywhere. So I'll start showing you guys that, and also I'll really show you the culture. You can see the Jewish people, they have, they look very traditional. I know there's a name for it, but I'm not gonna say it because I don't remember exactly. I think it's Eastern
Orthodox Jew?
Yeah, I think it's an Orthodox Jew, but I don't want to say that because I'm not sure. So if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I think so. But we'll check to make sure. I'll just kind of show you some. They're really, really cool. It's really interesting to see all the culture and the mingling together. So Belgium is known for its French fries, on top of many other things. So we had to get French fries, so we got it from this little quaint guy right here. And it's really, I got the curry ketchup sauce, and it's delicious. Everything's delicious. Just delicious. So this is the lady of our parish church. They almost tore this down because they just never could finish it. It took 200 years. Really kind of cool. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what traveling around the world is about. This building is massive. Like, those are people right here. Those are people. Look how every flag of every nation is displayed up there. In the center of the city square is a beautiful statue. Actually, he's throwing a giant's hand. This is actually depicting where the city gets its name from. That's a Roman, and what happened is there was a giant, and he would like cut people's hands off if they didn't do what he told them to, and throw them into a river. So he came and cut the giant's hand off and threw it into the river. And so that actually, the name is Antwerp, and the name of this place actually is, and that Antwerp is actually like a close pronunciation to throwing a hand. And so he's actually throwing the hand of the giant. And if you look around, you've got all this beautiful architecture. Brian's Head, beautiful. These older buildings, you've got remodeling here, and in the background you've got that gorgeous church I just showed you. All these cute little restaurants in the front. This is just a magical place. Like, it really, you can tell you're not in a place that you are every day of your life. I'm really, really happy to be here right now. I really wish anyone who can travel, come here. This is Antwerp. It's really an amazing place. Like, look at the details. Every building is adorned with some kind of gold figurine or some story or history. I'm sorry, it's a little blurry. With some story or history or something from the past that makes it so much more than just the building you're seeing. And it just really is amazing. Highly recommend coming around. So my traveling mate, Brian Kite, is one of the most remarkable people I know. He will just walk up to anyone and ask them anything. Anytime he was curious or anything. Even in the red light district, he was like, let's go talk to one of the girls and just see what they do, and like ask them questions like how long do they work and things. Like, things that I'm uncomfortable with, which is amazing. He has such a great personality. He's so open. Already, like, we were standing here, we're like, oh, maybe we should get a beer. Well, can we drink it in the streets? We don't know because it's Belgium, so it's a different rule. So he just walks up to people and just starts talking to them, and he starts really meaningful conversations and asking them where they are. He is really great to have with you on a journey when, like, he's so open and wants to learn everything. I really am happy that I'm traveling with Brian, and that is an amazing talent. Brian is really a wonderful person. I am so glad I'm on this trip with him. Like, that right there is something that I'm just not super comfortable with. Maybe one question, but he starts a whole conversation, and even for no reason, he'll just start talking to people to have a really nice conversation. It's really a nice thing to see. So we're just stumbling through the night, and we found this thing. And that's how I feel people look at my crotch. I'm just kidding. It's just very phallic. And this is actually an old fort that turned into a prison that turned into, what is it now? What is it now, John? What is it now?
It's a children's theater.
Oh, it's a children's theater, thank you. It's a children's theater for children. So it's pretty interesting, like, the life a building can have once it housed, you know, horrible inmates that did horrible crimes, and now it's entertaining the masses of young minds. How prolific. I feel like it's a testament. I feel like I'm talking too much. Anyways, so the rest of the city is also really, really pretty. Sorry for the spots on the camera. And we're just kind of walking up and down the boardwalk. That's the river over there, so we have a nice breeze coming through. And we're just exploring the city at night, and it's actually really nice because it's quiet and we can take our time and kind of walk in the streets and not get hit by cars. So, having a good time. This is weird. This is a weird way to hold the camera.
So we walked a lot today, and I have been wearing the wrong shoes. So what that means is I have some very friendly friends on my toes. Blister. I have this blister here, which was a lot smaller. It's hard to see, but pushed over. And then I got a blister there. If it gross everyone's out, I'm sorry. Then I got a big, big blister right there, about the size of my thumb. Ugh. So I was struggling on my way back, but I'm doing okay. Probably just gonna take it easy tomorrow. Drink some beers. Try the Belgian food, Belgian waffle. I think there's a shop on the other side of town, so we're gonna have to make our way there slowly. But on the other side of the town, there's some really cool things that I think I want to see, but I don't know. But we saw so much tonight. We actually stumbled upon the red light district here too, which was really nice because, like, apparently in the map we got, they were talking about, like, the architecture was, like, custom made for it. So as we walked through, it was actually much more private than Amsterdam, and if one was to find a lady of the night, I feel like this would be a much more intimate experience, and you wouldn't feel so out in the open. So yeah, it was actually a really, really pretty city. Tons of great architecture, tons of really great things to see. So yeah, I'm gonna take it easy, lay down, take a nap. Thanks for coming with me. Tomorrow we are going to see a little more of the city and head off to Brussels, or maybe I might go back to Dusseldorf. Still up in the air. So we'll see. See you guys.